your neurological examination. My name is Dr. Calliope, and I'm going to be the neurologist performing this examination. How you doing today? I see. Well, I hope by the time you leave my office, you feel even just the littlest bit better. Now, I have a couple of questions for you to start off the exam. Just a few simple questions, but they are very important. Could I please have your full name? Good. And your date of birth? And is that the name you prefer to go by? Do you like a nickname or anything like that? Okay. Excellent. And what is the date today? What is the date? Good. And what time was your appointment at? Good. And where are we? You could say the wing of the building or the building name, the room, if you remember the exam room number. Okay, exam room 206. Very good. And what are we doing today? A neurological examination. Wonderful. So we have orientation to time, place, person, and situation. That's good for our mental status part. And is there any particular reason why I'm seeing you here for this neurological examination? Okay. We will keep that in mind as we go through the exam. So a neurological exam has quite a few moving pieces. We did a little bit with your mental status / cognition, a bit your thinking. We also have your cranial nerves. We have your reflexes. We will be looking at your coordination and balance, your ability to feel sensations, and your autonomic nervous system, which governs things like breathing, digestion, heart rate, a lot of those unconscious processes. So, I would love to start with a little cranial nerve test. Let me see what I've got here. Now, the way I operate is that we are going to be kind of layering different tests in which we're not going to do an entire section dedicated to cranial nerves, an entire section to reflexes and whatnot, but instead sprinkle things throughout. So, I am going to hold up some colors over your eyes, and they should change your vision to a different color. And I want you to tell me what color you see. So, if you could just hold still. What color do you see? Good. And what color is this? Good. Different people might see different colors, so I'm just going to have you tell me, and there are certain answers that are more more right than others. It's a bit of a spectrum. What color do you see? Very good. Looking for color blindness primarily here. This is one that trips up some people. What color do you see? Mm-hmm. Good. As well as this one. What color do you see? Mm-hmm. This one. And last one here. Okay. Now I'm going to mix these up. And we're going to just do that one more time, just to confirm. And then we'll move on. Okay, ready? All right, just tell me what color you see, what you perceive. What color is this? And this one? Mm-hmm. What about right here? Mm-hmm. And how about this one? Good. And this? Here. Very good. Mm-hmm. And last one. Blue. Yep. Starts and ends with blue. Very good. So, now I have some numbered cards, and I'm just going to have you tell me what number you see as fast as you can. Just make sure these are all. So, as soon as you see the card, as fast as you can, tell me what number you see. Mm-hmm. Yep. Good. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Good. Good. Okay. Mix these up a little. Okay. And again. Yes. Mm-hmm. Good. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Mm-hmm. One last time. Mm-hmm. Good. Yes. Mm-hmm. Good. Okay. Now, I am going to have you repeat a few words here, and I want you to keep these in your mind. Try to remember this list. We have Excel, Supply, North, Excel, Supply, North. Can you repeat those back? Good. Now, I'm going to have you spell each of these words forwards and backwards. So, can you spell Excel forwards? E-X-C. Good. And backwards? Good. And how about supply? Good. And backwards? Good. And how about north? And backwards? Excellent. So, why don't we grab our little pen light here, and we are going to test your eye movements, which is governed by cranial nerves 3, 4, and 6. So, I'm going to have you just look at this light and move only your eyes without moving your head, right? Okay, so just follow this as best as you can. It might go out of your vision, but I just want you to keep following that as best as you can. I'm going to do just this little all over bit. We're testing your cardinal directions of gaze, your eye's ability to move up, down, to each side, and obliquely. Very important for us to have eyes that move in all of those directions. And we're just going to do a little bit of random movement here. Just keep tracking that with your eyes. Just keep tracking. Good. Excellent. And now can you focus right here, and I'm just going to bring this light in and out. Good. In and out. In and out. Good. Out. And once more. In and out. Good. Keep following the light. We're going to go up and down. Up and down. Up, down. Good. Side. Just keep following the light here, best as you can. And then obliquely, diagonally. Good. I'm just going to watch the eyes as they just expand a bit, and just look at my nose here. I'm going to put my flashlight below your eyes so that I can look at the pupil without it reacting very much. Good. Okay, keep looking right here. We're just going to look at the pupillary response. Good. I want to make sure that they are equal, round, reactive to the light, that one pupil isn't dilated while the other one is not. Okay, and just look at the wall here. Look at the divider. Okay. Good. Look at the wall. Good. And just keep looking at the wall. There we go. Very good. Now, I am going to have you put out your finger like this, and I'm going to have you touch your nose and then your finger, just like so. And this is a coordination test. I'm going to have you do this with your eyes open, as well as with your eyes closed. It's a little sloppier with your eyes closed, but should be able to get the hang of it. Okay, so if I could have you just put your arm out in front of you. Okay, touch your nose, and then your finger. Nose, finger, nose, finger. And do this as fast as you can. Good. And now close your eyes and repeat as fast as you can. Okay. You can stop and you can open your eyes. Now I'm going to have you touch your nose and then touch my finger. But my finger's going to move around. So you're going to try to touch my finger no matter where it goes. Okay, so start at your nose. And then my finger. Nose, finger, nose, finger. And just keep touching my finger here. Good. 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 And you can stop. Now let's bring out a little chart. So, I have a little chart here that has the names of colors that are written in different colors. So I am just going to have you read the word, not the color of the word. So for example, this is brown, all right? What is this? Blue, yellow, red, just like that, and keep going. Good, and ready. Blue, purple, brown, red, good, and about right here. Blue, good. Green, yep. Good. 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 Yep, right here. Yellow. Green. Good. And can we see this last bit here? Purple. Now, can you read the color of the word, not what the word says? So this would be green. Okay. Red, yellow, blue, pink, green, brown. Good. Red. Yeah. Oh, yep. Blue. Yellow. Good. And yep. Good. Last row here. Yes. Yes. Yep. Very good. There we are. Now let's do some muscle, some motor function tests. First, I'm going to have you shrug your shoulders for cranial nerve 11, the accessory nerve. Just give them a few shrugs. Okay. And now I'm going to push down on your shoulders. I want you to push up against me. Go ahead and push up against my force. Good. Now, I'm going to have you do these sort of movements throughout the body, your upper and lower extremities here. So if you could just copy me. Splay the fingers. Curl them up tight. Okay, and can you move the wrists up and down? In and out. Rotate. And the other way. Can you bend your arms at the elbows? Okay. Can you bring your arms all the way up at the side? And how about in front? And can you move them backwards? Good. Roll the shoulders back and forwards. Good. Can you put your arms like this? I'm going to try to push you forward. I'm going to have you resist me here. Just stay strong. And I'm going to try to pull you towards me. I'm going to have you resist. Stay still. Good. And I am going to hold your fingers together. I want you to splay them against my resistance. And the other hand. Good. Good. I'm going to have you put your thumb up. I'm going to try to put it down. I want you to resist me. Good. Other side. Very good. Have you put your arms out in front. I'm going to try to push them down, and I want you to resist me. Try to push them down. Good. And now I'm going to try to pull them up. I want you to resist me. There we go. Go ahead and put your arms down. Relax. And now with your legs, I'm going to have you kick out at your knees. Let's give them a few kicks. Good. Can you lift your thighs up? Bring them back down. Can you move your feet up and down? And each side. Rotate in. Rotate out. And lift your toes up and down. Good. I'm going to put my hands on top of your thighs and I'm going to press down. I'm going to have you press upwards against me. There we go. Now I'm going to try to push your shins forward. I want you to resist me here. Good. I'm going to hook my hands behind your calves. Try to pull them towards me. I want you to resist me here. Good. I'm going to try to push your feet down. I want you to resist me. And I'm going to try to pull them up. I want you to resist. There we go. Very good. Good muscle strength. Now let's do a little bit of sensation testing. To start with the face, I am going to get a little pointed tip. Just like this. So it's not sharp, but it is a little point of contact. And then we have a brush for our soft sensation. I am just going to have you tell me whether you feel the soft, this is soft, or sharp, that's sharp, on your face. Close your eyes. Tell me soft or sharp. Soft. Sharp. 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 Soft. Soft. Sharp. Sharp. Soft. 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 Sharp. Good. Now I'm going to have the sensation of vibration and cold. And for that, we're going to need some tuning forks. I'm just going to put this right here. And let's go ahead and just do, I think this one will do. And then we need a little striker here. Be able to get our vibration here. So I am going to put this on your face, and you're going to tell me when you feel the vibration, which is going to be first, and then the cold sensation. Vibration. Good. Cold. Vibration. Cold. Vibration. Cold. Vibration first, and then cold. Good. Vibration. Cold. Good. Vibration. Cold. Good. Now we're going to do that on your arms now. So we're going to use something a little different. This is our soft. This is our sharp. So you just tell me soft or sharp. sharp, soft, sharp, oh, soft, right? And that's sharp, good. Sharp, sharp, soft, soft, good. Now cold and vibration. Cold, good. Vibration. Cold. Vibration. Cold, good. Vibration. Cold. Excellent. Sensations are intact there. Now, I am going to do a little bit of a simple proprioception test with you, which basically means you know where your body is in space. For example, if I closed my eyes and pointed my fingers up like this, I know they're up even though I can't see them. If I point them down, I know they're down even though I can't see them. So, I'm gonna have you hold out your hands, close your eyes, and can you bring your fingers up, down, 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 up, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Good. You have good control there. And then we can check your blood pressure now that we've been sitting here for a while. This is for the autonomic nervous system. We'll grab the sphygmomanometer here. And I'm just going to have you slip your arm into the cuff here. Just like that. Good. Grab my stethoscope. Have that on standby. And we'll just take the dial and clip this into the cuff so that I can use one hand for the stethoscope, one hand to inflate the cuff. So this is going to be quite firm, all right? Okay, just hold for a moment. Let the air out a little bit. And then let that go. We'll do this just one more time. Okay, close the valve. almost get our measurement. Tends to be a little bit more accurate second time around. Okay. 120 systolic. 79 diastolic. Okay. Just gonna let that deflate. Okay, 120/79 millimeters of mercury. Take the dial off here. And then I'm going to have you slip your arm out of the cuff. Good. And put that to the side. Okay. 120/79 millimeters of mercury twice. Now, I asked you to repeat and spell a few words from earlier. Do you remember what those words were? Good. Excel, supply, and north. Excellent. So we've got good memory there. Now I'm going to ask you to perform a few simple math problems, some simple arithmetic. So if you could tell me, what is 8 plus 12? 20. What about 9 plus 2? 11. 13 minus 6. 7. 5 times 6. 30. 44 divided by 11. 4. 3 times 7. 21. 62 minus 4. And 80 divided by 2. 40. There we go. Sometimes we'll see something called dyscalculia, where it's very difficult to perform math that is a neurological issue. Although you see it in things like ADHD, for example, it can be comorbid, along with things like dysmetria, which is very hard to coordinate. There's quite a few of those little neurological problems. Now for Cranial Nerve 7, I'm going to be testing your ability to form facial expressions. If I could just have you repeat what I'm doing. I'm going to have you raise your eyebrows. Good. Close your eyes real tight. Okay, open them real wide. And puff out your cheeks. Stick out your tongue. And smile real big. Very good. Can you scrunch up your entire face? Very good. Now, cranial nerve number 8, we're going to test your hearing. So, we're going to start with one of the easiest frequencies. We have a 512 hertz tuning fork. I'm just going to have you tell me if you hear this sound. Yes. Good. And can you just tell me whether you hear it on the left side or the right? that sound like it's right in the middle? Good. Now we've done this one. This is 256 hertz. Tell me if you can hear this left versus right. Can you hear this in the middle? Good. Let's try the most difficult here. This is our 128 hertz tuning fork. You may or may not be able to hear this one. Tell me to the best of your ability if you can hear it on the left or the right side. And can you happen to hear this in the middle? It's a tricky one. Tricky one for sure. Some people can hear it quite well. Some people cannot. Now, let me grab a clean sheet of paper. And I'm going to have you read, write, and repeat certain phrases. So I'm just going to write a few sentences. These are 4 sentences that are related. They could make up a little sort of poetic passage. I'm just going to have you read these aloud, starting right at the top here. Over the mountain lies the sun. Yellow is the water. Blue is the sky. Light spills over the landscape. Nature, ever beauty, enduring. Good. So, I am going to have you turn this around for you. I'm going to have you just write word for word each of these phrases, the sentences below each of the good. We're looking at your handwriting, your ability to copy the words. I'm watching how your hands move while you're doing this. See if there's anything out of the ordinary there. The landscape, good. And nature, our beauty, enduring. Good. I just see. Well, your handwriting is quite a bit nicer than mine, so that's good. Now I'm just going to have you repeat once more these lines. Over the mountain lies the sun. Yellow is the water, blue is the sky. Light spills over the landscape. Nature ever beauty, enduring. Good. Very good. There we are. Now, to test your vagus and glossopharyngeal nerves, I'm going to have you stick out your tongue. Okay? I'm going to just depress the tongue. I'm going to have you say ah for me. I'm just going to look at that. There we go. Okay. You can go ahead and close your mouth. It's as simple as that. And for reflexes, we're going to get out the Tromner hammer here. And I'm just going to start with your ankle jerk reflex. So if I could have you pop your foot up on my knee. I'm going to hold your foot here, and then I can tap at the back of the ankle here on the Achilles tendon. Just go ahead and hold still. Good. Other foot. Okay. I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to tap at the back. Very good. Let the legs hang loosely here. Good. And I am going to tap on your knee for the patellar reflex. Other side. Good. And now the elbow here. I'm going to get behind the elbow to do our triceps reflex. Just relax the arm. Good. Good. And if I could hold your arm, I'm going to hold your elbow and put my thumb in the crook of your elbow. And I'm going to tap the reflex hammer on my thumb, like so, for the biceps reflex. Other side. Hold the elbow. There we go. Very good. Now, let's go ahead and check our last cranial nerve 12. I'm going to have you stick out your tongue. Okay? Can you move it to one side, the other, up, down? Can you lift your tongue to the roof of your mouth? Very good. That was the hypoglossal nerve. Very easy to test. Now it looks like we just have a couple of standing tests left. First, we're going to do our autonomic test. We're going to get the blood pressure cuff back out. Just going to put those right there. And let's get you set up first. So, arm back in the cuff. Good. Dial on the cuff. And stethoscope at the ready. Now, I am going to have you stand up now, okay? Good. I'm just going to follow you. And we are going to take your blood pressure real quick. Let's see if it has any change indicating autonomic dysfunction, dysautonomia. Okay. And there's our diastolic. I'll do that just one more time. Being very patient, I appreciate that. This one's a little quicker. There we go, and there we are. Go ahead and grab the dial. And just take your arm out of the cuff. Good. Put that over there. So, no signs of autonomic dysfunction there. Now, I'm going to have you stand in place and put your arms out to the side. Okay? I'm going to have you close your eyes and we're going to see if you deviate one way or the other, or if you lose your balance. Your balance system works off of 3 different systems, and you can still hold your balance with 2. So, if you only have one that's working, that's how we can narrow it down, by eliminating each of those. One of those is vision. So, I am going to have you close your eyes. I'm going to box you in, so if you do fall, I'll catch you. You won't fall on the floor. Go ahead and close your eyes. Keep your arms out to the side. We're just going to hang out for a minute. And I'm just going to watch if you have any deviation, or if you start going one way or the other. So far, you're holding pretty strong. Okay, you can go ahead and open your eyes. So, last test is going to be testing your gait. I'm going to have you walk to the end of the room just normally. And I'm testing your coordination and balance and whatnot. And if you could come back walking on your toes. Good. And go back walking on your heels. Very good. And if you could come back walking heel to toe, just like this. One foot in front of the other. Okay, very good. Go ahead and sit down. So, that is the conclusion of our neurological examination. Did you have any questions at all about any of the tests or anything that we did? No? Okay. Let me sign off here. And that will be the end of that. So neurologically, everything looks intact. Your cranial nerves are intact. Coordination, balance, gait, all good. Mental status, all good. Reflexes, everything looks great. So that will be the end of it. I'd like to thank you so much for your cooperation and participation in this exam. I hope you have a whale of a day and a good rest of your night. Thank you.